Hey, Cmax here. Going to do a review on a neat little pistol. This is a Ruger SR22. It's a 22 semi-automatic pistol. Has a 10-round magazine. Very comfortable gun. It feels good in your hand. Now, this is not a pink gun. This is raspberry. The gun has lots of different options as far as color and some new options that I'll go over with you in just a minute as well. But it's a nice little gun. Comes with two different back straps. This whole piece you can just slide right off, and then there's one that's not quite as fat for smaller hands and put it on. That's part of the good feel that you get with it. 10-round magazines, they do drop free. And there's also a 15-round magazine available, but the 15-round magazine will not lock the bolt back on the last shot. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't. This gun's got a lot of neat features. Well, first of all, of course, it's a polyframe, and the slide is aircraft black anodized aluminum, stainless steel barrel, 3.5 inches. It has, let's see if I can get that on there very well. Let's come on up. 3-dot. And the rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation. And also, you can flip this little piece around and have black, so you just have the slot and then the white dot in the front. Very cool. It is a double action, single action. So first shot is double action. Then after the slide cycles, the next shot will be already cocked. Has a safety. It's marked, and you can't really tell on this model because of this raspberry color, but it's got a bright red section here, which tells you it's in fire mode. But it's kind of backwards from a lot, the way a lot of people like it. So, most people want to flick down to disengage the safety, be ready to fire. Well, this one you got to go up with it. It is ambidextrous, works on either side. So that's pretty neat. Also, the magazine release sticks out a pretty good bit. It's easy to get your finger on, and it's not switchable. It works either side, left or right. Releases the mag, and you'll see that's why she's got the cuts here and here. So lots of cool things on it here. It's got a rail. The trigger pull, I used the Lyman gauge on it. Where's it at? They reported as 9 pound 1 ounce double action pull. Well, this one weighed at about 10.5 pounds. Single action, they report that it's 5.1 again. This is about 4 3/4. So it was a little better than the single action pull, but the double action was higher than what's reported. It's got a magazine disconnect, so it won't function without the magazine in it. Not a big fan, but that's the way it is. It has a hammer block, so you can have one in the chamber, and if it gets hit like this, it's not going to cause it to go off. So that's kind of cool. So you're chambered, but you're going to have to go through the double action to fire it, or cock it and fire it. You can do it either way, do it single action. That's a cool feature. It's got the serrations in the front, but we should always grab from the back and do like we train to do. That way when stress time hits, you automatically do it. It's got the rail, put on whatever you want. You can drift the front side if you need to. Now, it comes with some other options. This one is first of all, let me just run through the specs on it. 10-round mag, slide, aluminum, black polymer, in this case raspberry. Stainless barrel. It's about almost an inch wide, weighs 17.5 ounces. It's 6.4 inches long and almost 5 inches high. The barrel has a 6-groove, 1 1/16 right hand twist. and suggested retail is $4.39, but I did see it for $2.99 shipped, so not bad. Now this gun is not like the Mark series. One of the first pistols or first guns I ever bought on my own, I believe, was the Mark II Target, and it gives me fits tear apart. I have not figured that gun out. It hates me, but it's still here. This gun is super easy to break down. Instead of having to do all the stuff in the back, you know, what you do on this one is right here, there's this little latch, and you just pop it open, push it straight down. Now, it varies here in taking it apart because you're going to take the slide back like this, then you're going to lift up on it and then take it back forward, and you'll see why in just a second. So most of the other times you take it back, hit the button, and it just all slides forward. This one doesn't do it because it does have the fixed barrel, and I'll show you that in a second. So what you want to do is come back, then go up away from the gun, and slowly, come on now, there we go, slowly bring it back forward. Slide, basically just like you know, any other, very standard. But here you'll see the barrel is attached to the firing mechanism and the numbered part of the gun. Now, this is a plastic guide rod and spring that just sits in here, and when you put it back together, you kind of have to scoop it in the front, take it back, lock it down, and let it rest. But compared to the Mark series of pistols, man, that's a dream right there. Now, to take the barrel off, I have seen some videos that were saying that you've got to take all this out and pry this away because there's a lip here around the number plate or something. But what I did notice is you know, it's got like an Allen head screw in there to hold the barrel in place, and it is right there. Get up here so you can see here. It is right there. So I'm hoping y'all are getting that on there. I'll do a couple of angles. So you have to use a specialty, but if you've got something that can fit in here and ratchet it, then you don't have to take anything out and the barrel come right off very simply. So that's real neat. Now, some of the other options, this is a 3.5-inch barrel. They also make it threaded. And there's a new model out that has a 4.5-inch. And here's a picture of the 4.5-inch. And here's some other ones I just found available as of about 2 days ago. I just did a search to show the different models. Now, there's been some issues on feeding problems. I've watched a lot of stuff on it, and this is some of the things that people are saying. First of all, this gun needs a break-in. Apparently everything's pretty tight. So like they recommend taking it out and like putting 300 rounds through it. Just boom, 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 boom. Another guy was saying, replace the plastic guide rod with a metal one. And here's a picture of a metal one that you can do on there. I would probably do that if it was my pistol. I just don't like the idea of that. And according to some reports, that fixed some of the feeding problems. Now, this particular gun, the reason I have it is it's a friend of mine's, and it's a new gun. It's got a very low round count, only about 70 rounds. They had bought some ammunition, I believe this stuff right here, if you look up, and it was failure to feed. So she believes it's the ammunition, but they wanted me to take and clean the gun. The gun was very, very clean. It really wasn't dirty at all, but I did a number on it, polished the ramp a little bit, and what I've come to find out also is the CCI mini mag seems to run flawlessly. I haven't seen any reports of it messing up. I've had some of this, some of that. other brands of 22. So I think once you really got the gun broken in, probably you can shoot anything through it. But I believe at the new stage of it, that it's going to be a little picky. That seems to be the case from kind of watching all these reviews. I also saw one that says that there's a slight lip right here where the ramp goes up into the chamber there, and with a slight modification on that. And I think that's part of the break-in. 300 rounds through there to get it kind of worn down as opposed to doing it faster. So that all makes sense. We'll have to wait and see. If you have any experience on any of this, please leave a comment. Let me know. Let them know what y'all think about that. Okay, let's put this back together. What you want to do first is the guide rod. Plastic in here will fit into a hole, and you'll see it, or a little recess down in here, and just kind of let it sit there. I would hold it back at an angle like that just so it doesn't fall forward. Now, difference on this type of setup is you're going to have to hook it in the front so that you grab the spring in the correct spot in the slide, and then kind of, I believe this is supposed to be cocked. Okay. All right, bring it on back, and then it'll drop down. Drop the slide release, and it'll come forward. Then what you want to do is this little tab here, you just push it back up, and it just locks into place. And that's it. Oh, I also wanted to let you know, it has a decocker on it. So if you take the safety, and you see right now you can see the red, so it's in ready to fire mode. But if you push it down into safe mode, it'll decock. So that's kind of cool as well. Neat little pistol. Put a silencer on it, threaded barrel, get the longer model. It just feels good. Like it a lot. And it's like another winner from Ruger. Like it better than the Mark series, but that's just me. All right, well, thanks for watching. Y'all remember all safety rules. Your finger off the trigger, you're ready to fire. Always know where your muzzle's pointed. Every gun is always loaded. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Check out my current contest. Have a great